Konnichiwa, minasan. It is Monday, December 15th, 2014 at approximately 5:39 a.m. And this is my moment of truth. Moment of truth. Oh boy. We've had quite a week last week. Um, at work, peak season's been very busy. I'm glad to see that Monday was past me because Monday was a very, very, very busy day for me. Incredibly busy. Almost to the point it's like I don't know how I could have done that day better, but I was pushing the whole time. I actually didn't make it to my other job on the midnight shift. That's how busy I was. So after, God, well over a month now of holding it down at my clerical job, my coworker finally showed up. I think it was Wednesday of this week. So I actually saw him. I actually got some help, which was really, really nice. I uh, I see the work that I was doing now, up till he showed up, is something that really two people needed to do. Not showing up my other job on Monday on the midnight shift was quite a thing. I had to go and explain that to my other boss, and of course, that's what a responsible employee is supposed to do. But of course, my duties in the first half of my shift, on the first shift that I work, it's something that I can't leave until the job's done. So it's very, very, very important. Now we're at the point, if you don't include today, it's probably going to be another 9 days or so before Christmas. So we're closing in on that gap, which is very cool. I'm sure a lot of my coworkers are happy to see that happen, although some of them are very gung ho to get the extra hours and the overtime, so good for you. I'll be glad to see it a little bit quiet for a change. Realistically, it's not going to be dying down at my company immediately after Christmas. Usually, we'll have a lot of returns coming through, return to sender or people sending stuff back because maybe they have a sweater or product or something that, isn't right for them or maybe doesn't fit or whatever, and they're going to return it to sender. So we get a lot of stuff coming through. And we also have a considerable amount of returns that go to LL Bean up in Maine. So Freeport sees a lot of returns coming up there to their business, which is wild. We got a whole load actually at my company that's dedicated to LL Bean returns. I've actually worked it quite a few times. This is very busy, so awesome to have the business from LL Bean. Thank you very much. We like that very much. It's very cool. It pays the bills. We'll take your business. Thank you, thank you, thank you for choosing our company for service. It's a very good account to have. Other things. Well, I don't know. I suppose I really don't think too much aside from work, right? It's kind of sad. Um, I think work has been a big part of my life for, oh God, I think a long, long time. I think pretty much since I started my new job, and if you started seeing my other vlogs where I talk about work and my new job, that was something on my mind. I just never thought that my new job would encompass so much work and so much stuff that I'd actually have to learn, and skill sets and learning how to use software and computers and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I'm computer savvy. I know computers. It's not something that I'm illiterate with. No. But when it comes time to use like software and stuff that also gets into like database kind of things, uh, it's a lot to know. You have to process things. There's a step process to do my job, and we have a whole chart that's up there in our office to kind of refer to. Some of that stuff I do time and time again, and I just know it like off the top of my head now because I've done it so many times. But in that way of learning things, it did take a while, so that's really cool. There's things that happen when I work a lot, and I actually don't have a lot of time to go to the grocery store. Because sometimes I forget things. Like last week I didn't make any turkey burgers like I usually would, so I didn't have turkey burgers to eat last week. During the week, it's my thing to just, I come home, I'm tired, I just plop down, have something to eat, maybe watch a little bit of stuff on YouTube, and that's it. Wash my face, go to bed. That's it. I really don't do too much outside of that. I don't even breathe or think too much of anything else of that. You kind of think, well, I have a hobby or a personal interest. No, no, I'd like to do that, but no, it just takes up my whole, how would I describe? I think it kind of takes up my whole psyche. So my entire focus goes into work. It reels me in like a machine, taking me further, further, further. And then let me go for the weekend just a little bit so I can get enough sleep, just so I can come back again and get back into the work again. But I get a lot of gratification from it because when I get to speak with customers and get to straighten out some information as to where we're going to send things or what we're going to do, because obviously the label on that parcel is just messed up in some way, or maybe the driver can't reach them, or I need directions, and we resolve some type of issue, and the customer sees that happening and I see that happening. It makes me very happy because I know that this is business being taken care of, and I know that I've done it professionally, and I know that things are going through, and it makes my company look better when you have that extra personal touch, which is kind of nice. It's not that way all the time because everything is busy, but when you can take care of things like that and you get that feedback from customers, it's a very positive feedback. And even though I work hard at my job, it's just nice to hear them happy and say thank you. Thank you for calling. I said, no problem. I like to do that. It gives me a lot of gratification. I don't always hear that from my bosses all the time. So, when I hear it from the customer, it's like, yes, I did something good. I'm doing my job and I'm doing it well, so I'm happy. Yeah, so I forget things at the grocery store. I forgot sesame seeds, which is something that I usually have. I like that very much. It kind of ties me over as like a snack or something. I usually have like one bunny bowl of it. And sesame seeds are good because they have zinc and they have nutrients and things that are very good for you. People in the Western world are zinc deficient, and I'd like to get that from fish. Fish is a bit expensive, so I kind of shy away from that, but if I can make a resolution for the future, it's to try to have more fish in my diet, which is really good. It's a very good thing for your skin and everything else, so balanced nutrition is good. So yeah, I was without. I did get hungry sometimes last week, which is really bad. Having my lunch break is very, very good. I get to see that again, which is awesome. And I can feed myself again. The funny thing is, when I'm away from food for a while, it's like my stomach shrinks, and I can't eat so much as I did before, which is kind of discouraging because you need to eat, and you eat and you feel like you can't fit anything else in, so you have to wait a while, but then a little while later you get to eat again. Other things with food, which is very interesting. I'm just going to lend this as a tidbit of advice for people who eat rice. This was my major mistake of what I did for 3 weeks ago. You can see this is called organic sweet rice. It's not the kind of rice that I usually buy. I was running into the HMart one time and I says, yeah, I gotta pick up some more rice over there. That was well over a month ago. The weather was nicer back then. I remember it being warmer. And I was in there in a rush to go get rice. So I go over to the rice aisle where they have like the 15-pound bags like this. This is huge. Okay? And I said, oh, they don't have any organic brown rice over there right offhand. But I said, I'm in a terrible rush. I gotta go to this other town to go take care of some business at a craft store and blah, 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 blah. So I said, well, this is organic. It's right there, and it's rice. So, do you think anything's very different about it? Of course not. So, like a happy camper, I go in there, I jet in, I grab the bag, I run to the register, I pay for the bag, and skedaddle the hell out of there and get to my car and then run to the other place that I need to go. Well, when I brought this sucker home and I cooked these, right? Which is nice rice. I'm glad it's organic. It's a very glutinous rice. Sweet rice is very glutinous rice, so it sticks and it clumps together, and it gets kind of how do you describe it? Let's say like a little bit mushy. I mean, I've had this experience with another kind of rice. And you think rice is all the same thing. No, rice is different. There's different kinds of rice out there. And, well, I had a whole heaping help of weeks and weeks of this because it's a big bag and I still have some in there, so More sweet rice to eat. Oh joy. No, it's okay. I've been dealing with that. I said that's okay. But today I went to the HMart and I still found that it didn't have the brown rice in the 15-pound bags that I like. So I came across this. I found the small bags of the organic brown rice. You can read it right there. It's probably backwards for you and whatever the heck, but this is the good stuff. I love this. This is very good. That's my favorite. So if I'm ever sick or I'm ever in a coma and somebody wants to feed something, or I don't know, I'd have to be awake to eat it, right? Wouldn't I? Yeah, I would. Well, anyway, if I'm about to wake up or, you know, whatever, they want to get something for me to eat, brown rice is the way to go. And it's gotta be organic. There you go. I'm a huge nerd on that. But if you're gonna buy rice, buy it at the HMart. It's like the best thing to do. If you don't have an HMart next to you, go to an Asian market. I happen to have the HMart like on my way where I do my grocery shopping, which is very cool. And I know that they have organic stuff, so it's really cool. And then they have a bunch of other things over there that kind of check out if I have time. But once again, when I went there today, I didn't have a lot of time, and they were like 10 minutes till we close, so please bring things up to register and pay for them so you can get the heck out of here. So they're very astute about getting people out on time. They even close the doors like 15 minutes ahead of time before they close so that no more customers can walk through the door at the last minute. So yeah, and if you do, you will be approached by a police officer who's there at the time, and they will instruct that the store is closed, and you know, if somebody's kind enough to let you in and say, oh well, you know, are you here to just get something to be in and out? Yes, they'll be kind enough to do that, so good. I got something in the mail. It's pretty interesting. It was my Teamsters Care dental appointment reminder postcard they filled out, and I read it on the bottom, you know, and this is very interesting. It says, make an appointment. Well, I'll let you guys read it. Make an appointment for 1 hour full sex. Does that look like sex to you? Right there. Full sex? No, actually it means, if you look carefully, it's actually full set. Full set. But I kind of looked at that as a joke, and I said, oh my god, full sex? What the heck's that supposed to be? Now, you know, if you're knocked out and you have your like wisdom teeth removed, you know, and you wake up, and you find that people are buttoning up their shirts and kind of tightening themselves, you're like, oh, what the heck happened? That's the dentist appointment right there, you know, so, oh, they didn't make that as a joke. I don't know if that was even very funny. Full sex, ooh. Well, let's see, I'm going to make the appointment, we'll find out, for 1 full hour, and we'll see if it's any good, you know, so, if it's not very good, and you're like, oh, jeez, just let's get this over with, it's not good anyway, are you done yet? No, that's really bad. But yeah, I have to make a dental appointment. And I actually look forward to this. It's very, very cool. I haven't had my teeth cleaned for about 6 months, and you know, it's good to go in. It's important for your dental health, which I've been kind of neglecting things because I've been eating and not brushing my teeth immediately after. And you think I'd be more astute about it. Well, I don't know, business calls. I just get very busy with things, and I just don't have time for it, so I gotta make that appointment and drag my ass over there. Hopefully I can get into an appointment that's gonna be on Saturday, have my teeth cleaned, and not have to get up so early in the morning to do this thing. Hopefully it's gonna be a very, very late afternoon appointment, because I don't really feel like giving up for anything. I really don't. This is my moment of truth. This is what's going on in my life. I hope somebody enjoyed that. I will definitely be back to a vlog later. Alright, see you guys. Be good. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And, oh yeah, stay safe. Stay safe, guys.